Hello and welcome to our program, Marriage and a Home. My name is Israel Tajumawo. I'm a minister of the gospel with the Church of Christ. First, I want to appreciate all those who have subscribed to our program, and many of you who have been viewing our program. I want to encourage you to continue to view our program so that you can learn a lot. In our last episode, we talked about the question, who needs to know about the challenges of marriage? In today's episode, we want to ask another question. Why do we need to talk about marriage and its challenges? Why do we need to talk about marriage and its challenges? In other words, what we are talking about is, what is the problem that we see, in marriage and the challenges that we are making these videos that make us want to talk about it. I want to say that if your marriage has been successful, you need to say thank God. If you are not in a divorce or a separation, you need to say thank God. If you are happy in your marriage, you need to say thank God. Because the story is not the same for everybody. Well, I know those people who have separated or who are already in a divorce will be saying, oh, so we don't have reason to thank God. My brother, my sister, I want to tell you that you have a reason to thank God. Indeed, the Bible says that in all things we must give thanks to God. Now, let's look at what I intend to say in this program as we go further. Why do we need to talk about the challenges of marriage? That is the question. Why do we need to talk about the challenges of marriage? Number one, it is a universal concern. It is a universal concern, which means all over the world, everywhere you can think of, marriage is a problem. Whether here, whether in America, it is a problem. Even right from Bible times, marriage has been a problem. I'm sure most of us that are Christian, we know about the story of the woman of Samaria. The woman of Samaria. When we talk about that story, we always talk about, how Christ talked about giving her, the living water. That living water is what we focus on. But there is something that strikes my mind about that story. Jesus told that woman that she has had 5 husbands. Can you imagine? 5 husbands. If there's no problem, why would she have 5 husbands? Let us look at what the Bible says concerning this issue. In verse 16, Jesus said to her, "Go call your husband and come back." In verse 17, she replies, "I have no husband." Then Jesus said to her, "You are right when you say you have no husband. The fact is, you have had 5 husbands, and the man you have now, and the man you now have is not your husband." She agrees with Christ, and she said to him, what you have just said is quite true. So we see the picture here that even in Bible times, this problem has been there. A woman with 5 husbands. Can you see the scenario? Now, all over the world, people are concerned about this issue of marriage because so many things are happening. The rate of divorce, the rate of separation is skyrocketing. It is not only in America, it's everywhere. Even in Nigeria, the problem is there. Every day you see on the media domestic violence and all that, just like the case of Sinachi. So many of them, the problem is there. Violence is recorded regularly.
How are you? How was it? Bolu, you don't greet me.
What's happening now? I don't know wait since now. I don't come for work since. You don't start again. This guy, where you go since? Who's that? What kind of thing is this? This is that's all you do all the time. This is all you do all the time. What kind of thing is this? I don't want you. I don't want you for this. I don't want you. Now, let's go to the second one. Many marriages have failed and others continue to fail. This is another reason that we need to talk about it. Many marriages have failed and others continue to fail. Now, on the 24th of September 2022, a woman was killed in an auto crash while chasing her husband. Why was she chasing her husband? She had gotten a hint that her husband was having extramarital affairs, and so she needed to go check it out. She drove to the spot. On getting to that spot, she actually found the husband. The husband sighted her and got into the vehicle. I can't remember, maybe I think he was with the side chick, and they sped off. And the wife started chasing him in another vehicle. In the process, there was an auto crash. The woman crashed. The vehicle skidded off the road and she crashed onto the tree. You can see the problem. It is there all over. Now, divorce and separation are on the increase. In America, there is a law firm. They are called Wilkinson and Fembena, a law firm in the United States. And they say almost 50% of all marriages in the United States will end in divorce or separation. That is the United States. 50%. Wow, it's crazy. But that is what it is. Now let's come to Nigeria. In October 2022, the Vanguard News of Nigeria reports that there was a cumulative spousal separation of 14% between 2019 and 2020. Can you see that? 14% rise of separation and divorce in Nigeria within a space of a year. That was the kind of rise we have. You can see there's a problem. There's a huge problem indeed. These are things that we should be worried about. It should give us concern. We go to the next one, which is number 3. These challenges are difficult to manage. I have a lot to say here. When I say these challenges, they are difficult to manage. They are not things that will just go away. Sometimes you try and try and try, it doesn't work. That is what happens. I want to talk about 5 things of life, that shows success. Even when you have all these things, it doesn't make a difference. Number 1, your high level of educational qualification will not make a difference. Oh, I have PhD. Oh, I'm a doctor. Oh, I'm a lawyer. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to help in solving the problem. Lawyers have problems in their marriages, don't they? Doctors have problems in their marriages. PhD holders have problems in their marriages. So your educational qualification does not make a difference. If you are going to have problem, you are going to have problem. If you'll be able to deal with it, you'll be able to deal with it. Perhaps your level of education may help you to manage it a little bit. Another thing is your high level of intelligence. Some say your IQ. Your IQ they high. They very brilliant. My brother, my sister. I've not seen where they say, this man is very brilliant, that's why I no get marriage problem. Na lie o. There's nothing like that. No matter the level of your intelligence, if you are going to have marital problems, you will have marital problems. Sometimes it's even the intelligent people that even have problem of head because of too much intelligence. It also affect them. So that is that. The third one is your high social status will not make it easy. Now president Buhari, he no get problem for a marriage. In fact, the man the nothing wey go happen wey go spoil a marriage. Wetin be name? Sanwo-Olu. You go say Sanwo-Olu as e dey so now, and you no get problem unless he can't tell you before you go know say he no get problem. Not be by social status say this man in fact na very the man in level high well so you no go get problem. We all have problems no matter your level, so don't bother about that. Another thing that I want to talk about, your religious background. That man na archbishop. If you see him, no problem, everything just dey go well. Say him with him wife, if you see them, jolly na lie o. Archbishop sef, he dey get problem with him wife. Pastor, he dey get problem with him wife. So anybody can have problem. It's not about your religious background. It's your level of understanding on the subject, on the concept of marriage. The last one I want to talk about, your wealth. Your wealth. Say, this man get money well. Waiting. The rich also cries. I don't see many rich people wey get challenge in their marriage. So it's not about say having money or the person is very rich. It's not about that. I want to take one example of Bill Gates. Bill Gates, that I don't think there's hardly anybody that doesn't know who Bill Gates is, the owner of Microsoft. You can imagine how rich that man is. The man has been rich, has been the richest man in the world for almost 20 years. 20 years, he had all the money that you can think of. And after 27 years of marriage, they say the marriage don't pack up. According to BBC News, Mr. Gates held Forbes' title of richest person in the world between 1995 and 2010, and from 2013 to 2027. You can see that is almost 20 years. The man has been the richest man in the world. Still, with all the money, he had the fame, he had all the connection. Education, at least, to a large extent. What do you want to think of? He was a philanthropist. Still, the marriage packed up. I need to add one more. Age. Say the person, he don't advance for age. The get self, at least not be small pikin, he's over 60. Say, he don't, with him age. Shebi they talk and say with age come wisdom. Old people self they fight, and they see old couples, they fight. That is the reality about the challenges of marriage. The challenges doesn't know anybody. And when Satan is at work, no matter your status, no matter your level, no matter your finances, Satan can destroy everything. That is it about challenges of marriage. It's not an easy matter. Let's not deceive ourselves. So we need to talk about it. Now, the fourth point we want to talk about is that we don't have adequate platform to teach about challenges of marriage. So I say we have insufficient platform for teaching about the challenges of marriage. What am I talking about? I want you to look at it very well. If you are married, how many times do you get to hear about marriage? The first thing that comes to my mind, I know that in the church, occasionally they talk about marriage in the church. there's a teaching, there is a sermon, whatever the case may be. You can have all those kind of things in the church. The preacher, the pastor, whoever is, I don't know how it is in your own church. They will talk about marriage. In my own church, I think this year we were able to treat it once. Can we say that is enough for something that you are going to spend the rest of your life doing? Another platform we can talk about the Muslim platform. I'm sure also they teach marriage. They teach about marriage as a sermon in their mosque or whatever way they go about it. Another thing that another platform that we look at again is during the traditional marriage, there's a little bit of advice, and most of the time the advice goes to the man. My son, this my daughter, you see how we don't take care of her. He don't reach like this. We know they sell our daughter, take care of her well. No beat am, no do this, no do that. That is it. Is that one enough? You cannot say it is enough. The other platform is during the church wedding. Of course, not everybody does church wedding. You go to the church, there is a 30-minute sermon, perhaps 1 hour sermon. Is that enough for a lifetime commitment? Some will go to the court. The court will tell you, if you beat this woman, na jail. If you marry another wife, na jail. They say all those things. Does it stop these men from domestic violence? These men that do all these things, well, did they not tell them these things in the church, in the court, or wherever? They do all these things. Still, you still find all this situation. The other one is after the church wedding or mosque wedding or whatever it is, they say nikah, you do, they go to the reception. At the reception, the chairman of the day will give a 5-minute speech, and within this 5-minute speech, he's going to advise the couple. The advice will not be more than 5 minutes, and it is over. I want you to love each other, take care of each other. Marriage is a package. When you open it, you see a lot of things. So you will not allow those ones to spoil things for you. That is it. Can you say this is enough? Looking at all this platform is not enough. So we need to talk more about marriage, and that is why I'm really concerned. I want to talk about marriage. So we are going to continue from here. I want you to continue watching. I want you to stay connected to this program. In our next episode, we are going to look at the learning objectives. What we hope to learn from these things, the learning objectives. I want you to click that subscribe button. If you have not subscribed yet, there's a red button below. Click that button that says subscribe, so that you can always get new episodes that come. And I want you to share the video. Please share the video, like the video, so that other people can watch it. Don't keep it to yourself. This is an important information that affects everybody. Don't keep it to yourself. Share it to everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Till I come your way next time, God bless you and stay connected. Bye.